Okay, welcome back to my class. Today we are discussing components of government budget. In the previous class, we have already discussed meaning and objectives of the government budget. Let us see what are the components. There are two components of the government budget. One is budget receipt, another one is budget expenditure. Budget receipts refers to the estimated money receipt of the government from all sources. This consists of revenue receipts and capital receipt. Revenue receipt, let us see, revenue receipts are classified into two. One is tax receipt, another one is non-tax receipt. Let us see, revenue receipts are the receipt of the government during a financial year which do not affect the asset and liability status of the government. It means, let us see, revenue receipt do not create corresponding liability to the government. It means government is not liable to return back the money which are being received by the government. So revenue receipts are of two types. One is tax receipt, another one is non-tax receipt. Let us see, tax receipt. Tax, you are knowing, is a compulsory payment made to the government by the people, by the companies during a fiscal year. And tax receipts are of two types. One is direct tax, another one is indirect tax. Direct taxes are the taxes which are paid by the individuals or by the companies on the income and property of the on the income or on the properties, such as income tax, such as corporation tax, interest tax, capital gain tax. These are the direct taxes. Direct taxes, let us see, are the taxes whose liability, whose impact and incidence lies on one person, whereas indirect taxes are the taxes, let us see, whose burden shifted to another person. Indirect taxes are the taxes which are imposed on the commodities, imposed on the services, such as goods and service tax. So GST is the indirect tax. Excise duties, custom duties, service tax, entertainment tax, these are the indirect taxes. Let us see non-tax receipts. Non-tax receipts are the receipt of the government other than the tax receipt. So other than the tax receipt, so revenue receipt of the government other than the tax receipt are known as non-tax receipt. Let us see, non-tax receipt consists of the receipts by the government in the form of interest receipt. Government has lended the money to the state government, to the union territories, and government used to receive the interest, and that interest becomes the non-tax receipt. Another one is dividends and profits. Dividends and profits, let us see, dividends and profits, you are knowing, government companies are there, government public sector undertakings are there, they are undertaking the production processes, they are making the profits, and that profits becomes the non-tax receipt of the government. Then fees, license and permits, different types of the fees, such as tuition fees, such as land registration fees, such as, let us say, different license fees, such as, let us say, driving license fees or permits. Suppose different types of the permits. These are the non-tax receipt. Cash grants in aids. So gifts we can say, grants in aids we can say, which are received from foreign countries, which are received from means friendly countries. That becomes the non-tax receipt. Then fines and penalties, different types of the fines, different types of penalties, and then estate. Estate is the amount of money, the property which are left by the person who left without making any will to the relative or any family member. So that estate is also one of the income of the or the receipt of the government. So non-tax receipt. Next one is capital receipt. Let us see capital receipt. Capital receipt are the estimated receipt of the government during a financial year which affect the asset and liability status of the government. It means the money received by the government in the form of loan or in the form of this in the other disinvest. I mean, it's a small saving. These monies are to be returned back by the governments. It means capital receipts are the amount of money received by the government is to be returned back by the government in future. So capital receipt consists of the borrowings. You are knowing government used to borrow the money from Reserve Bank of India, from the open market operations, or from, let us see, international organizations, in financial institutions, from the foreign countries. So borrowings, this recovery of loans, government has already given the loan, and that loan amount is recovered from the union territories, from the state government, and that becomes the capital receipts. So other receipt consists of disinvestment. Disinvestment is just opposite to the investment. Investment is the process of creation of asset, but in the disinvestment, the assets are sold. The government assets, government shares, government companies are being sold to the private sectors. So the money received is known as disinvestment, and that money received becomes the capital receipt. So this investment used to reduce the let us see asset of the government. Government assets are being reduced by the sale of the government companies. A small saving, different small saving schemes are being launched by the government through the postal services, through the post offices, and the money collected becomes the let us see are the capital receipt. The small saving schemes, or suppose Kisan Vikas Patri is there, or the monthly different MIS is there, monthly saving schemes are there, so monthly income schemes are there. So I think these budget receipts are clear. Other side, let us see budget expenditure. Government used to make the expenditure in order to the smooth functioning of the government, or in order to create the asset into the country. So budget expenditure consists of revenue expenditure, and it consists of capital expenditure. Revenue expenditure, let us say revenue expenditure are the expenditure of the government which do not create any asset into the country, such as, let us see, the payment of wages and salaries, payment of pensions, payment of scholarships, so interest payments. So this type of payments, revenue expenditures are the expenditure of the government which do not create the physical assets, such as we can say the payment of the salaries to the government employees, payment of the pensions to the retired person or to the old age persons, the payment of wage subsidies, payment of scholarships. These all are the example of revenue expenditure. Whereas capital expenditure are the expenditure of the government which creates the physical assets, such as construction of a school building, construction of flyover, construction of let us say these bridges, construction of airports, construction of hospital. These constructions are the capital expenditure. Capital expenditures are made in order to create the asset. These revenue expenditure and capital expenditures, they are further classified into planned expenditure and non-planned expenditure. Planned expenditures are made according to the proposals of the 5-year plan, according to the proposals of the Niti Aayog in our country. Whereas, let us see, non-planned expenditures are the expenditure which are beyond the purview of the planned expenditure. So, okay, thank you.